Okay, first we'll start the program with an inaugural song. It's a inaugural speech and it's a very motivational speech. Let me share the screen and show you the speech. Just a minute. Just a minute. Is the screen visible to you? Please tell me.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Please listen to this motivational speech.
National Girl Child Day is celebrated on 24th January every year. The initiative was taken by the Ministry of Women and Child Development in 2008 with a clear objective to celebrate the girls of our nation. This day is celebrated across the nation with the objective of providing support and opportunities to girls of India and also to make people much more aware of the importance of girl child education and equal opportunities for them to even get a chance to study and read just like boys and men of the nation. Women in India have suffered a lot, as there have been many cases of daughters being killed, aborted, gender inequality, violence against women. To remove these injustices, the National Girl Child Day aims to reinforce the spirit of gender equality. The Indian government has taken several steps over the years to change this and improve the conditions of the girls. Several campaigns and programs such as Save the Girl Child, BETI BACHAO, BETI PADHAO, free or subsidized education for girls, reservation for women in colleges and universities have been initiated to reduce this discrimination.
Okay, now we'll start the program with an inaugural song from MBA first year, and that song will be sung by Santoshi Singh. Santoshi, please switch on your video and just perform. Santoshi, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
ওরে যায় না কি জানা নয়নরে খুঁজি বেড়াই পাই না ঠিকানা হায় রে ওরে যায় না কি জানা অলোক পথে যাওয়া আসা শুনি চরণ ধ্বনি ভাষা গন্ধে শুধু হাওয়ায় হাওয়ায় রইল নিশানা হায় রে ওরে যায় না কি জানা কেমন করে জানাই তারে বসে আছি পথের ধারে প্রাণীলো সন্ধ্যা মেলা আ আলোয় ছাওয়ায় রঙিন খেলা ঝরে পড়ে বকুল নবীন বিছায় বিছানা হায় রে ওরে যায় না কি জানা ওরে যায় না কি জানা থ্যাংক ইউ
Thank you, Santoshi. Really, indeed, a beautiful song. We applaud you as we
থ্যাংক ইউ
are privileged that our chairman sir has joined. So, let me give a brief introduction about this program, and after that, our principal sir will give the welcome speech. Now, we are here to celebrate Girls' Child Day. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Actually, this program started in 1988. At that time, the Department of Women Education started this program. Now, why this 24th day is selected? Because it was the day on which our late Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was elected as the Prime Minister of India, the first woman Prime Minister of India. So that is why this day has been selected. Now, why it is special to have this Girls' Child Day? Because we are indebted to a girl, to a woman in every aspect of our life. The girl or the woman is there as a mother, as a sister, as a friend, as a philosopher. Whenever we are in need, we just feel our solace in that person, either as a sister or as a mother or as a wife. That person is helping us. Without a girl, we cannot survive, because the tendency was that the male person has a partition view. They had that view, okay, only the male student would receive the education. But the time has changed. The time has become dynamic. Now it has become imperative to understand the importance of woman, girl in the society. We can take the example of Indira Nooyi, the ex-CEO of PepsiCo. She had her education in Chennai, and after that she did MBA from IIM Calcutta, and then she did another MBA from Yale University. She started her career as a member of Boston Consultancy Group, the famous BCG group. Actually, we are aware of it because we have learned BCG matrix and they were the proponent. And I had listened to her interview. She said once that when she started her career in BCG group, actually people were astonished to look at her, because not only that she was an Indian, but she was a woman. People thought at that time it was the regime, it was the realm of the male person. How can a woman can enter into this sphere? Because I am talking about in the year of 1974, 1976. At that time, education to girl was very, what can I say, in a nascent stage, not to say about management education. So she started her journey, and after that she got married in 1981. So she had to manage a family. She had two girls, two kids, and she had her in-laws as well as her parents. So at a time she was juggling with all these things, managing the family, managing her work, and managing her daughter. She had to take her daughter to the school, and She had to do all the needful for the family, and she had to attend to her task at job. She was exhausted, she was tired, but she didn't give up. She didn't give in. She thought I would continue, and she has become an exemplary person in the corporate world. Not to say about, I can say that not only Indira Nooyi, the woman, the girl who are working as well as who are running a family, we salute those persons because at the same time they're managing their job and they're looking after their family. Because in today's world, even in today's world, male person do not come forward and they do not do the household work. It's a brutal reality. So after returning to their home, they have to do all the household work. They have to do all the housework work. So so basically they have to manage the job and they have to do all their domestic work. Say a husband comes to his home and he just take rest. He does not care about say whether his kids whether his kids are studying or not, whether tutor is taking care of the kids or not. He does not bother. So as a mother, she is looking after all the children education, and whenever her in-laws call for, she has to attend to her in-laws. Whenever her boss call, even in odd hour, she has to attend that call. So on this auspicious occasion, as a team member of IBMR, my salute to the girl, to the woman. Thank you. Now I would request our principal sir, Mr. Amol Goswami, to give the welcome speech. Amol sir. একই জিনিস কি দুটো করে আছে নাকি এটা?
Thank you, Professor Songsubho Pal. Am I audible? It is clear to
Yes,
everyone?
it is clear, sir.
Yes, it is clear, sir. Okay. So I have been assigned to give a welcome speech. So our program has already been started, and we are again assembled back after 12th January to celebrate and observe National Girl Child Day. So, respected Chairman Sir in this webinar, he is present today with us, and Dr. Basu, our Honorable Director, respected Dr. Chakma, and respected Borman Sir, he is also present, one of the visiting faculty members, and my colleagues, Dr. Nondi, Professor Som Superpal, Dr. Piali Datta Chaudhary, and my beloved students. So actually we are here to observe. Basically our student will perform and they will observe the participated by our students. So it's very important, and AICT has informed us to celebrate, and that's why we are here to document it, and that will be sent to AICT also to maintain their norms, as well as pay respect to the girl children. So education is the main, I think, to it will give the power to the women community, and where through the education we can actually develop the women empowerment in the society, by which we can the women can be able to acquire their women autonomy. So in the autonomy, in terms of autonomy, I would like to say, if our society or our country, both society as a whole, as well as government also, both state government and central government, if we are able to provide them knowledge autonomy, physical movement autonomy, and economic autonomy, so that they will be able to develop their human well-being, and our society will be developed. And the main thing is to provide the education. So government is working that, but we have to set the social norms to so that our girl child can develop their self-esteem through the education. So women autonomy is very important for the women empowerment, and education will play a vital role to develop, to give the women empowerment, and through the education our society will be developed. And there is a gender biasness also. So women education just lagging behind the education rate of men. And in as far as our West Bengal is concerned, 71% women are educated, where Kerala, there 91% women are educated. And actually that's why the education ratio, literacy ratio in Kerala is the highest, because of the women education. So if we are able to provide good education and other facilities, and if we abolish the biasness, masculinity biasness, gender biasness, then only our society will be developed. So I must conclude, I will not take time. Once again, I welcome you all to this webinar, and I think we'll be able to observe the day, National Girl Child Day. On behalf of IBMR, I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for such insightful thought. It is really delightful to watch your speech. Now I request our chairman, sir, to give the inaugural speech. Chairman, sir. I think there is some network issue. Okay, I think there is some network issue from his end. I would request our PG course director, Dr. Durga Basu, to give her speech. Yes, madam. Thank you for being with us. Yes.
Thank you, Professor Pal. At the chairman, respected chairman, dignitaries, our all faculty members and students. At the very outset, I would like to thank our faculty members for organizing such a meeting, and it is really very initiative. It's a really good initiative taken by our faculty members. Now we have gathered here to celebrate the National Girl Child Day. But what is the significance of the day? Actually, we are celebrating this day just to make the people aware of the inequalities of the girl child. Now, even in 21st century, we have seen that the girls are facing problems, and they are the victims of inequalities. So if you visit some villages, and some family members, even today, those who are not much educated, they don't like to have this girl child in their family. They always prefer to have the boys. So from the very beginning of her birth, that the girl is facing the problems in the family and even in the society. Now the people think that boys could earn and they could learn, they could get education, all the facilities they could get, because the family will be benefited by the boys in future. So they don't want girls. But we often forget that without a girl, without a sister, without a mother, a family will never be formed, because the source of our development, source of our happiness, source of our family life, everything depends on the girls, depends on the woman. So they have also right for the education, for their good health, nutrition, and they also could get the knowledge, and their education will do this. So it is our duty to promote the girl child. It is absolutely the day, actually we are celebrating this day just to spread that awareness among the people about all the inequalities faced by our girls. So it is right time to promote the girls, and only we can promote from the very beginning to give them education, proper education. So I request all our students that why today we have assembled here, just to hear some speeches, just to interact with each other. But we have lots of work to do, because we feel that students build the nation, both the boys and girls. So today, if all our students take this oath, that if you find any family that they don't want the family members, they don't want the girls, they don't want to give education to the girls, then you protest, then you make them aware that whatever the boys could do, that girls will also do. So you take the oath that if you, in your life, if you can do this, even if you can make the people aware, one family at least you can aware this about this inequalities. If you could promote one girl, then that would be the success of this celebration. So with this, let us come forward to commit ourselves to promote the girl child, because still the girls are facing the problems, inequalities. So with this, now again, I welcome all our participant students. I congratulate all our faculty members for organizing such meeting, because it is really very, very required during these days. Thank you and namaskar.
Thank you, madam, for such insightful thought and such thought-provoking comments. Yes, it is indeed. बेटियां घर की लक्ष्मी हैं. It is indeed, and we support this thing. Now I would request our chairman sir. Chairman sir is available to say something to bolster our effort. Chairman sir, kindly unmute yourself, sir. You have muted yourself. Kindly unmute. It is muted, sir. Just press that speaker button. It will be on. Press the speaker button. Just press the speaker button, sir. It will be on. Just a minute, let me check.
Is it audible now?
Yes, sir, it's audible. Yes. Thank you, sir. Let us welcome our
Okay.
chairman, sir, Mr. Deepak Shankar Gupta, a veteran engineer, an industrious and assiduous person, and particularly on this Girls' Day, we are privileged to have him on the meeting because her mother, late Dr. Lotika Gupta, has started this college. At that time, girls' education was totally in doldrum. There was no concept like girls' education. But she became the fourth forerunner, the real trailblazer to come forward with the goal, with the cause of girls' education. And she has been a social reformer and she has played a pivotal role for the education of girls as well as for the education of women. We are very much privileged to have such a brilliant social reformer, say, son with us. So let us welcome our beloved chairman, Mr. Deepak Shankar Gupta. I would request sir to say something to bolster our effort.
Thank you, Paul, for giving a short A on my mother's career. And it is really a fortunate day when we can discuss about the National Girls Child Day. It is my great pleasure in that our institute is organized this virtual mode celebration. Our nation, since independence, has emphasized the overall development of girl child through proper school and college education, as well as to develop themselves as a suitable candidates in various jobs and contributing towards the development of the nation. In my life, in my professional career also, I have got many girl colleagues who had the equal capacity to work with us, and in some ways I used to find that they were excellent in the field of engineering profession. In the present day context, the girls of our country are equally being given the opportunity to educate themselves through gender equality. The current event on the same which we are talking about is on Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Larkiya Jaha Khusiya Waha, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. These three captions are the highlights of the students' event. It is obvious that if we give the equal opportunity to the girls also, they can ultimately contribute a lot for the progress of our nation. The time has come when we have to encourage the girl child further to foster their God-gifted talents through learning in schools, colleges, and vocational training. The girl child, during her young age, develops some ambition to become a professional and to work in various fields of life. So every one of us should guide her and help her to take the right track for the fulfillment of their dreams. Although you may be knowing that in our countryside, even today, the girls are not being given the opportunity to qualify or educate themselves to the level of what is required for the nation. It is noteworthy already, S.S. Pal has already briefed a little bit about my mother. That's why I say it is noteworthy to inform you that your institute was established by late Lotika Gupta along with other renowned educationists and industrialists in 1976. And I'm proud, being her son, that I can do some work for this institute. And I look forward that this institute should grow to the highest level of educational standard. She had the visionary to educate the girl students, so she started her educational institutions like Calcutta Girls Academy, a school Calcutta Girls BT College, Law College, and IBMR and IARS. IBMR is your institute. Our students should know that IARS also one of the institutions. Her ambitions for women education was successful for her lifetime. Now, I wish all the success for the day's program, and all the lectures should be highlighted on these three aspects, whatever I mentioned earlier. Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, Ladkiyan Jahan, Khushiyan Wahan, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for such delightful word. Yes, sir. Of course, under your aegis and under the aegis of our principal, we will definitely reach the acme, the pinnacle of our success. Because we are working hard and we really foster the belief that women education is important. That's why we have so many scholarship, and we are proud to say that in MBA first year most of the students are girls. So it's a good sign that women are coming forward and they're just going for higher education. Now I would request our UG campus director, Dr. Mrinal Kanti Chakma, to say something so that the student could be motivated.
Uh, Thank you, Professor Paul. At the very outset, I would like to convey my respect to our Honorable Chairman, Sir, Professor Durgabashu, my dear colleagues, and my dear beloved student committee. I very rightfully, Professor Paul, as well as Professor Amol Goswami have pointed out the question of gender disparity of our country. From the reflection of Professor Durgabashu, we can easily understand how this gap is so widened, particularly in the rural context of our country. So the very significance of this day is how to narrow down this inequality, how to make the girl child accessible to education, not only education, in all aspects of their rights in our society. In fact, this particular day reminds us the very fact that the half portion of our global populations are women and girls. So depriving the women of girls means depriving the half total of humanity. I would say it's more than half, because as Professor Durgabashu also pointed out, girls are not only half, at least half part of our human society. They are the main caregivers of our society. After all, we know the age-old words. The hands that rock the cradles rules the earth. So the human potential to a large extent depend on mother. If we deprive our future mother, our girls, from the real opportunity to develop their potential, we are actually depriving our nation. So, most importantly, nowadays, this gap is narrowing in one way or other slowly. But still, in one recent studies, it has been found that even the digital gap among the girls or women is increasing in this country. This is another aspect we need to really think of, because digital platform means not only access to learn something, to materialize our potential, access to our livelihood, and many other things, but our girls and women have been made deprived of this digital connectivity, in terms of skills, in terms of material access. So we have to take also note of this fact that so that this new frontier in terms of technological access, the girls are not deprived of. They should not remain deprived of. With these few words, I would like to conclude my work. But before concluding, I would like to quote a special message from UN Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, has once mentioned. Achieving gender equality and empowering women and girls is the unfinished business of our time and the greatest human rights challenge in our world. So, the responsibility to, I think, do this unfinished work finish, not only lying on men, both men and women. It's a responsibility for all of us, state, individual, society. If we work collectively, I think we will be able to finish this unfinished job. And only on that day, the celebration of Girl Child Day will end. So, with this hope, I would like to conclude my brief speech here. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such wonderful speech. It is really true what you have said in the current scenario because it is our mother who is guiding us from the cradle to our college education to every sphere. So it has been rightly said by you. Now, I request our senior professor, Dr. Shondeep Nandi, sir, to say something. Dr. Nandi? Yes.
Yes, thank you, Professor Pal. The channel, channel, director, GC, and CP Support, Dr. Jabasu, and Dr. Sinai. Thank you all of you. Because I have heard more to speak about our students. That today, in this situation, we are able to celebrate this National Girls' Child Day. The main reason of the National Girls' Child Day is observed every year in India on January 24 to promote awareness about the rights of the girl child and to promote their importance in their education, health, and nutrition also. So the National Girl Child Day is celebrated with events and programs based on the annual themes of the country. So the government of India in 2008 declared the January 24th to be celebrated as the National Girl Child Day every year with the objective of raising the consciousness of the society towards the girl child so that he can be valued and respected. So as a teacher, we will do that and our students, how they will gather the knowledge and how they will enter their working place with the knowledge. So they will be valued and respected in their place. At the same time, they will be respected in their family also, in the society also. So in each and every year, year's Day of Girls has a theme. The first was ending the child marriage. On the help, with the help of the state government and central government and also the awareness of the people, we are able to do that, the ending the child marriage. And in the second, in the year of 2030, it was that innovating for girls' education, and the third in the 2014 was empowering the adolescent girls, ending the cycle of the violence also. And the fourth, in the year of 2015, was the power of adolescent girls in the vision for the 2030. So, with the help of the society and with the help of the teacher and the awareness of the people of the society, we are able to do that. And what we have already listened by our chairman sir, that BETI BACHAO, BETI BACHAO. So if the people are aware, so then everywhere they will be valued and respected. So with this, I wish to stop my lecture and please convey my best wishes to all the girl child in our society. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Professor Nondi, for such motivational speech. Yes, we indeed learned something from you, especially the prevention of child marriage and girls' education. Now, I would request, oh, just a minute, it is unmuted. Oh, thank you, Dr. Professor Nondi, for such wonderful speech. Yes, we really indeed learned from you that how the government is working towards prevention of child marriage and for higher education of women. So it's a pleasure that you have been here. Now I would request our one of the senior faculty, Professor Dr. Piyali Datta Chaudhary, to say something. Dr. Chaudhary. Oh, okay. Okay, actually there is some network issue. So I would request our senior faculty, Pradeep Bormon Roy sir, to say something. Kindly sir, unmute yourself and just bolster the effort of the student. Please unmute yourself. So you have muted yourself. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I have unmuted myself. Good afternoon to all. Dear Chairman, dear Professor Chakma, Professor Pal, Professor Nandi, Professor Basu, and all the students of IVMR. Well, this is a girl's child day being followed. Well, this is the day where we must remember the girl is not an unwanted child in the society. They are the most wanted children in the world. But unless there is a girl, we cannot progress. A mother is required for every creation, not only of human being, but in all species of animals, birds, etc. Everywhere we need the mother. So it is the day when we must remember that girl child are the requirements of the society and we must honor the girl. Well, in these days, you will find that in the newspaper there are so many news items about abuses on girls. I think they must stop immediately. Or the people who are abusing the girls, they must also remember that girls are the requirements of the society. Okay. I am not prepared to talk much on this issue right now, so I'll conclude it here. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for being with us because I know you have a busy schedule and you managed somehow to join us. So it's a great privilege. Now, I would request our faculty, Srijoni Sharkar, to say something. Srijoni.
Good. Hello,
Yes,
hello.
yes, you are audible.
Sorry, sir. Actually, today my voice is totally choked.
Okay, not an issue, not an
Okay,
issue. Okay,
okay. Sorry, sir.
okay, not an issue.
And
So let us start with our program and we would start with our MBA second year student and after that we will have undergraduate program and lastly we will conclude with the MBA first year student. So let us start with the MBA second year student. I would request Shampriti to recite her poem. Shampriti, yes, Shampriti.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So today is our National Girl Child Day. Birth of a child is a miraculous event that normally warms every heart. Sadly, many homes still weep if the born child is a female. Thankfully, going by records, the number of female feticide has come down, but many homes still pray for having a son, and very few wishes for a daughter to be born. When asked why they prefer the male child, many say that the world is loaded against the females. While the issues are endless, many young girls have proven their might and challenged those who simply want to end a life because it is a female. But these girls are determined to break the glass ceiling, so here is the poem for them, The Dying Pride. The day she cried, the day she died, in the hearts of those who never realized that she was no son, but she was the one who would bring them pride by shining worldwide, cause she was girl, not less than a pearl. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shampriti, for such beautiful poem. Yes, it is indeed true what you have said. Now, I would request Tirtharaj to recite his poem, and I would request the participant who would be performing to switch on their camera, please, so that everybody can see them. Basically, it would be better if all of you kindly switch on your video because it is acceptable. It is very much required. Yes, Tirtharaj. Tirtharaj? Tirtharaj, are you there? Tirtharaj, are you there? We are waiting for you.
SSP, please go to next.
Okay. Now, let us start with our undergraduate program. And here, I would request Titli Mistry, our BBA first year student, to give her speech on women empowerment. Titli, yes, Titli. Titli, anyway, there is some network issue. Then I would request Arya to give his speech. Arya, first year BBA student. Arya, yes, Arya. Actually, there is some network issue. That's why I think they're facing that problem. Okay, I am asking the BBA first year student who has given their program list, participation list, to please come forward. BBA first year student. Yes. BBA first year student. Shubhadeep Manna. Yes, you start. You please switch on your video and you please give the speech. Yes, Shubhadeep Manna, our BBA first year student. Kindly
Sir,
switch
I
on.
have some network issues, so I can't switch on my camera.
Okay, if that is the case, you just do away with that and just give your speech.
Yes, sir. First of all, I would like to say my humble good afternoon to respective teachers and my colleagues. On this spiritual occasion, I would like to speak over Save the Girl Child. I just want to share my some real life story which actually happened in my life. স্যার বাংলায় বলছি। একটা বাবা বলছে আর কি যে মেয়েকে পড়াবো, কি হবে মেয়েকে পড়িয়ে, চাকরির পর বিয়ে করে তার সমস্ত টাকা শ্বশুর বাড়িতে দেবে, এর থেকে আমার ছেলেকে পড়ানো ভালো, নিজের ঘরের জিনিস নিজের ঘরেই থাকবে। তখন বলছে আর কি যে কাকা আপনি ভাবলেন যে আপনার বাড়িতে লাভ কত আসছে, আপনার বাড়িতে ইনকামটা কত আসছে, আপনি এই জিনিসটা একবার ভেবে দেখলেন না যে আপনার মেয়ে যদি আজকে একটা ভালো জায়গায় গিয়ে দাঁড়ায়, সেখানে ডেভেলপটা আপনারই হচ্ছে, সেখানে নামটা আপনারই হবে। আমরা মেয়েদেরকে মায়ের সমতুল্য ভাবছি, যেরকম আমাদের দেশে তো বিভিন্ন রকম দেবতা দেবী মেয়েদের নাম দিয়ে আছে, যেরকম মা কালী, মা দুর্গা, জগদ্ধাত্রী মা, এমনকি বিভিন্ন রকম নদীও মায়ের নাম দিয়ে, মা গঙ্গা, মা যমুনা। কিন্তু আজকে মেয়েরা সমাজ থেকে এতটা বঞ্চিত হচ্ছে। একটা শাশুড়ি মা তার বৌমাকে বলছে যে দেখো বৌমা, এবার যদি মেয়ে না দিতে পারো তাহলে তোমাকে পুরোপুরি বাপের বাড়িতে পাঠিয়ে দেওয়া হবে। তা ঠাকুমা, আপনি এই জিনিসটা খেয়াল করছেন না যে আপনি নিজেও একটা মেয়ে, আপনি নিজেও একটা মা থেকে এসছেন। একটা মেয়ে ছাড়া কখনোই
Yes,
আমরা
sure.
বলছি আমাদের আমরা বলছি আমাদের দেশ ডেভেলপ হচ্ছে, ভালো, কিন্তু তাহলে কেন আজকে একটা মেয়ে জন্ম হওয়ার আগেই তাকে মেরে ফেলা হচ্ছে? খবরের কাগজ খুললেই মাঝে মাঝে খবর আসছে একটা মেয়েকে রেপ করা হয়েছে। মেয়েদেরকে বারবার অ্যাসিড অ্যাটাকের সম্মুখীন হতে হচ্ছে। মেয়েরা শান্তিতে বেরোতে পারছে না, তাদেরকে হ্যারাসমেন্ট হতে হচ্ছে বিভিন্ন জায়গায়। একটা একটা সমাজে যতটা ছেলের অধিকার আছে তত একটা মেয়েরও অধিকার আছে। আজ মোদি বারবার বলছে বেটি বাঁচাও বেটি পড়াও, মিনস সেভ গার্ল চাইল্ড অ্যান্ড এডুকেট হার। একটা শিশু তার প্রথম শিক্ষা তার মায়ের কাছ থেকেই পায়। অতএব একটা মা যখন শিক্ষিত হবে তখনই একটা সমাজ উন্নত হতে পারবে। তা আমাদের সকলকেই নারীদেরকে সমান অধিকার দিতে হবে, এবং যেখানে নারী নির্যাতন চলছে দেখলেই সেখানে তাদের বিপরীতে আমাদের রুখে দাঁড়াতে হবে, এবং তখনই আমরা একটা উন্নত সমাজ গড়ে তুলতে পারবো যখন নারীরা সমাজে উঁচু হয়ে দাঁড়াতে পারবে। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Thank you, Shubhadeep. Yes, it's really true what you have said. Now I would request, because there is some problem with the internet connection of few students. Obhijit Mondol, are you there? Obhijit Mondol?
Sir,
Yes,
I
sir.
am Titli.
Yes, okay, Titli. I called you at that time. You were not there. Okay, you give your speech. Switch on your video, please.
সরি স্যার, আমি ভিডিওটা অন করতে পারবো না, আমি স্পিচ দিচ্ছি।
Okay, carry on.
Good afternoon, respected sir and ma'am, and my dear friends. I, Titli Mistry, BBA first year, and my group members are Shubhadeep Manna and Ovijit. Today it's Children Day. Me as a girl, I can understand how important this day is. A girl child is considered to be a blessing. She can be a mother, a daughter, a friend. So on, sorry,
Please carry
and
on.
so
Please
on,
carry on. You are trying.
and
That does matter. Please carry on.
and yet she is not respected and absolute both mentally and physically. There are a lot of crime that our community against the children, girl children in India. Female
Okay, Titli, have you finished? Titli? Okay. Thank you, Titli, for your speech. Now, again, I am asking the name of the BBA student, as Titli has said, Ovijit Mondol.
Sir, I'm ready. Actually, my internet connection was not good because of the power cut here. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Please carry on. Arya.
yeah. So good morning, respected teachers and my fellow classmates. I'm Arya Ghosh of BBA first year, first semester, and I'm going to speak about the topic of women empowerment. So woman empowerment is made up of two words, that is woman and empowerment. Empowerment means to give power or authority to someone. So woman empowerment means power in the hands of women. It signifies that women should be given an equal opportunity in every field, irrespective of any discrimination. In this essay on women empowerment, I will talk about the ways in which it can be achieved. Our society comprises of both men and women. In earlier times, men were considered to be the leading members of the family. They were responsible for earning the livelihood and were the decision takers of the family. On the other hand, women were responsible for doing household work and upbringing of the children. So the roles were mainly based on gender. There was no involvement of women in the decision-making process. If we assess our entire sector, then research says that women issues are either focused or on a reproductive role and her body or on her economic role as a worker. but none of them is focused on empowering women. Women empowerment is a process that creates power in women to live happily and respectable life in the society. Women are empowered when they are able to access opportunities in a variety of fields, such as in education, profession, lifestyle, etc., without any limitations and restrictions. It includes raising their status through education, awareness, literacy, and training. It also includes the authority to take decisions. When a woman makes a crucial decisions, she feels empowered. Women's empowerment is the most crucial point for the overall development of a country. Suppose in a family there is one earning person, while in another family both men and women are earning. Then my question would be, then who will be having a better lifestyle? The answer is very simple. The family where both men and women are earning money. Thus, the country where both men and women work together develops at a faster rate. For example, the United States of America. History says that women were ill-treated. The sati partha in the ancient times, the girl-child abortion, in the present scenario, women continue facing such violence. Not only this, heinous crimes against women such as rape, acid attack, dowry system, honor killing, domestic violence, etc. are still happening in India. Out of the total population, 50% of the population should consist of women. However, due to female suicide practices, girl child numbers are decreasing sharply in India. It has also impacted the sex ratio in India. The literacy rate in girls is very low. Most of the girls are not even provided with primary education. Moreover, they are married early and are made to raise children on shoulder only household work. They are not allowed to go out and are dominated by their husbands. Women are taken for granted by men as they are considered their property. Even at the workplace, women are discriminated against pay. They are paid less for the same work as compared to the other male counterparts. These doesn't happen in the West. These only happen especially in Indian countries. Women can be empowered in various ways. It can be done through government schemes as well as on an individual basis. At the individual level, we should start respecting women and start giving them equal opportunities that are equal to men. We should promote and encourage to take up jobs, higher education, business activities, etc. The government has come up with various schemes such as BETI BACHAO BETI PADHAO Yojana, Mahila Haat, Mahila Shakti Kendra, Working Woman Hostel, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, etc. to empower women. Apart from these schemes, we as individuals can also empower women by abolishing social evils like the dowry system, child marriage. These little small steps will change the situation of women in the society and make them feel empowered. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arya, for such kind words. Yes, what you have said is quite correct in this current situation, because after coming home, both male and female, both man and woman, it becomes pertinent for the woman to cook, and it does not become pertinent for the man to just to help her. So this thing has become a regular feature in countries like India and other developing countries. Okay, so I would request any other BBA student first year who want to give his or her speech, because I have the program list, but some people are not responding. That's why I'm asking.
Yes, sir. Ovijit and Somudra were meant to speak on this topic, but they suddenly left
Okay, not an
when they
issue.
heard
Okay, not
that
an
they have
issue.
to turn on the camera and
Okay, not an
stuff like that. So they
okay,
just left.
not an issue. Let us start with our BHM first year student, and I would request Aslam Ali Midda to give his speech and to do the anchoring. Aslam, kindly switch on your video
Yes, yes,
and please,
yes, sir.
yes, kindly start.
Yes, sir. With due respect to our principal, sir, the guest of the program, our teachers, and giving congratulations and love to our friend and our elder brother and sister. We are integrate here or we are meet here. We meet here for celebrate. Okay.
Please mute yourself, all of you. Kindly mute yourself. Abhishek Panda, mute yourself. Otherwise, I have to mute you. Yes, Aslam.
Okay. All of the member of this program, uh, we are congratulate and welcome by the Indian traditional greetings. Say again, Namaskar. Before the starting our program, I wanna say everybody that girls is necessary for every human life as a mother, sister, wife, daughter, and also many more role. And I have a duty, I have a responsibility to save them, to educate them, and to learn them, and to also gain knowledge from them. Regarding the fact or the purpose, I would request to Mrs. Kumari Rimpa Ghosh, Assistant Director of BHM, deliver his speech to inform us the importance of the date and girl in human being. Rimpa, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Yes, you can deliver your
Please
speech.
switch on your video, please, because it is mandatory for every participant to switch on his or her video. Okay, please carry on.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to talk about the important topic of saving a girl child in India. What does saving imply here? Does that mean they are in danger? And, and the answer is yes. India is a country where, on one hand, everybody with devotion in their hearts worship goddess, and on other hand, various crimes are committed against a girl child, like acid attack, like teasing. As we know, a girl child is a blessing. She plays many roles in her life. She could be a daughter, a wife, a sister, a friend, and so on. She is considered to be the pillar that runs the home, and yet she is not given the respect she deserves. There are many societies in India where gender discrimination still exists to this date. People in this society are uneducated and they do not consider girls to be equal to boys. In these societies, naturally, women's rights are a mere joke and gender discrimination and oppression at their peak. A girl child is considered a burden in India since ages. Once female foeticide was the talk of every town. A large number of girls had been killed before their birth and thereafter. Even if they survived, they were not allowed to study, were married at a very young age, and were forced to have kids. Hence arose the need to save the girl child. A few social reformers came into play and tried to stop this practice years back. The Indian government had therefore recently started a scheme, Save Girl Child, to create massive awareness among the citizens for the welfare of the females in the society. Moreover, people should change their attitude regarding the girl child. If we want to take our country on the path of progress and compete with other countries in the world, we should save the girl child. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
Rimpa.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Rimpa. Now, I would request to Munmun Banerjee to say, to conclude his poetry about children. Munmun Banerjee, are you here?
Yes,
Munmun.
Aslam.
Yes,
Yes, you
Munmun.
can.
Yes. Okay, we can see you. Yes, continue.
হ্যাঁ, আজকের দিনটা আমার কাছে একটু বেশি স্পেশাল, কারণ আমি একটি 2 বছরের ছোট্ট কন্যা সন্তানের মা। তার ইন্সপিরেশনেই আমি আবার নতুন করে আমার পড়াশোনা শুরু করেছি এবং নতুন করে বাঁচছি। আমি এক্সপেক্ট করব যে আমার মতন আমার সন্তান যেরকম আমার কাছে পৃথিবীর সবথেকে সেরা, সবথেকে ভালো লাগার বিষয়। পৃথিবীতে আমাদের ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলে বিভিন্ন ঘরে যেন এইভাবেই কন্যা সন্তানদেরকে বরণ করে নেওয়া হয়, তাদেরকে যেন নতুন জীবনের দিশা দেখানো হয়। তারা পৃথিবীতে আসে, তারা একটা আশীর্বাদ হিসাবেই ভগবান সমস্ত শিশুকে পাঠায়। দয়া করে তাদের মধ্যে ডিভিশন ক্রিয়েট করে এইভাবে নেচারের এগেনস্টে তাদেরকে বিভিন্ন রকম ভাবে অত্যাচার করা এবং তাদেরকে অনেক ক্ষেত্রে দেখা যায় যে জন্মানোর আগেই তাদেরকে মেরে ফেলে দেওয়া হয়, ভ্রূণ হত্যা করা হয়। এই ধরনের অবস্থা থেকে, এই ধরনের মানসিকতা থেকে আমাদেরকে উন্নত হওয়া উচিত। তার জন্য সরকার বিভিন্ন রকমের স্কিমও তৈরি করেছেন। আগের থেকে মানুষ অনেক বেশি বুঝতে শিখেছেন। এক্সপেক্ট করব এমন একটা পৃথিবী আমরা দেখব যেদিনকে এই ধরনের ক্রাইমটা জিরো হয়ে যাবে। আমি এটাই এক্সপেক্ট করব। আমি সেই সমস্ত শিশু সন্তান এবং আমার শিশু কন্যাকে ডিরেক্ট করে আমি একটি কবিতা সবাইকে শোনাতে চাই। কবিতাটির নাম হলো কন্যা শ্লোক। কবি মল্লিকা সেনগুপ্তের লেখা। আমার দুর্গা পথে পান্তরে স্কুল ঘরে থাকে, আমার দুর্গা বিপদে আপদে আমাকে মা বলে ডাকে। আমার দুর্গা আত্মরক্ষা শরীর পূর্বে মন না, আমার দুর্গার নারী গর্ভে রক্ত মাংস কন্যা। আমার দুর্গা গোলগাল মেয়ে, আমার দুর্গা তন্নি, আমার দুর্গা কখনো ঘরোয়া কখনো আগুন বন্যি। আমার দুর্গা মেধা পাটেকার, আমার দুর্গা তিস্তা শীতলা বাদেরা, আমার দুর্গা মোম হয়ে জলে অমাবস্যার আঁধেরা। আমার দুর্গা মণিপুর জুড়ে নগ্ন মিছিলে হাঁটে, আমার দুর্গা কাস্তে হাতুড়ি আউশ ধানের মাঠে। আমার দুর্গা ত্রিশূল ধরেছে স্বর্গে এবং মর্তে, আমার দুর্গা বাঁচতে শিখেছে নিজেই নিজের শর্তে। নমস্কার।
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Momon. It's a lovely poem. I must say, it's a great poem.
Great.
Our
Thank you.
heartiest congratulations to you. Yes, Aslam.
Thank you. তোমরা নারীদের উপর অত্যাচার করো না, কারণ আমিও একজন নারীর পিতা, said by Prophet Muhammad. Now I would request to Sambo to speak his
Yes.
topics. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao.
Good
Okay.
afternoon,
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Shambharup, representing from BHM first year. So on the topic Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, I am going to enlighten you something. So Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao is a combining campaign of Government of India affiliated from Ministry of Women and Child Development, Ministry of Human Resource. This scheme covers all the states of India and its union territory. Girl children in different parts of India are not allowed to go to school beyond primary classes, and some of them are not allowed to go to even primary classes also. They are disposed of from all the privileges that their brothers enjoy. It is terrifying to know that girl children get killed in mother's womb even before the birth of some parts of India. Due to this reason, girls of our country suffer a lot of various issues like teasing, physical assault, dowry, etc. So the question arises here is, are we actually living in a developed society where our partners like female sex very much is very occurring in a high? The answer is undoubtedly going to be a no. To get rid of these problems, the Prime Minister of our country has taken the initiative for educating girls and treating them equally like a male children. So hence he has launched the scheme Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. However, it is the responsibility of all human beings of our country to save these opportunities potentially. Also, we have to make sure that they don't get killed in the womb of their mothers. All the Indian parents have to take responsibility for equality education for their girl children, because if the girl children can do their works independently, then the entire nation will automatically start developing faster. Additionally, there is also a recruitment to create a awareness among the people that the necessity of daughters in society and their education. For girl children, education schools and institution of higher education can be quite beneficial. The future of the country needs to educate girl children because they will be someone's wife, mother or grandmother, and they will be a strong independent woman. They will teach those things to the next generation. As the statesman of France, Napoleon Bonaparte said, nation's progress is impossible without trained and educated mothers. If the women of my country are not educated, about half of the people will be ignorant. Now, if you look at the reports, then you can easily find that girls are clearing IAS exams, flying aeroplanes, securing top marks in the boards. Moreover, they are also scoring well in competitive exams like NEET, JEE. All these reports prove that how significant girls' education in our society and what change it can bring to our nation. Additionally, women empowerment is also important in our phrase. We have to take the phrase literally. We all can remember how prosperous India was in the Rio Olympics, where PV Sindhu, Deepa Karmakar, Deepa Malik, Shakshi Malik proved that our girls could give outstanding performance in sports field also. So I conclude by this that Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme is an initiative taken by Government of India to address the issues revolving around girl children in India. This initiative is under the scheme which have been started and giving a fruit as well as the level of awareness among the people in increasing. Thank you.
Thank you a lot to Sambo. You have delivered a great speech. একটা শিক্ষিত মা তার সন্তানের কাছে 1000 শিক্ষকের থেকেও মূল্যবান এবং অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। Now I would request to Rakhi to deliver his poem. Rakhi. Yes, you can deliver you. Switch on your camera and deliver.
Actually, I had some issues with my mobile camera. It is not clear.
Okay, you can continue.
আচ্ছা, আমি আজকে যে কবিতাটা পড়বো সেটা হচ্ছে আমি সেই মেয়েটি। লেখক হলেন কবিতা সিনহা। আমি সেই মেয়েটি, সেই মেয়ে যার জন্মের সময় কোনো শাঁখ বাজেনি, জন্ম থেকেই যে জ্যোতিষীর ছকে বন্দি, যার লগ্ন রাশি রাহু কেতুর। দিশা খোঁজা হয়েছে না তার নিজের জন্য নয়, তার পিতার জন্যে, তার ভাইয়ের জন্যে, তার স্বামীর জন্য আর তার পুত্রের জন্য। কিন্তু যার গর্ভ থেকে আমার জন্ম সেই মায়ের কথা বলেনি কেউ। আমি সেই মেয়েটি, সেই মেয়ে যে জন্ম থেকেই বিবাহের জন্য বলি প্রদত্ত। ঘরে বাইরের চেহারা, চোখ নাক মুখ ত্বক চুল রং নিয়েই দর কষাকষি, কালো না ফর্সা, খাদা না ঠিক কালো।
Okay, thank you.
খুঁতখুঁতে না টানাটানি, যার মাথার বাইরে নিয়ে কারো কোনো মাথা ব্যথা নেই। Thank you.
Thank you and thanks a lot. In the end of the program, I would request to our last performer, Sri Koina Das. Koina, are you there?
Yes, I am ready.
Yes, you can deliver your speech.
Switch on your video, please. Koina, switch on your video.
Okay. Good afternoon, all of you, respected my sir, madam, and all my friends. Today we all have gathered here to celebrate National Child Day. I would like to share my thoughts about this wonderful day. It was a fresh start and won a lot of support from many women. Renuka Chaudhary, the Minister of Women and Child Development, kept the foundation stone of this day in the year 2008. Girls are the important part of a family, as without them it is impossible to imagine the extent of life on the earth. It is the girl who plays various roles in the family, like daughters, mother, sister, which proves that there are many passions in the girl life. Many people think that girls are the burden and cues on the family, and due to this are killed in the womb itself. People need to open their eyes and have to take some takes in their own hands so that the life of girl child would be saved. Government has taken some step to reduce to kills of girls, child and punishment people who are involved in this crime. Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme was launched in 2015 for the welfare of the woman and restricting the female forced. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you, Koina. And the last of our program.
Sir, I
Okay.
will speak to para.
Yes, Aslam.
Okay.
Carry on. Aslam, yes. What you are saying?
Yes. In the last of our program, we can give a message. The same message is wear masks, clean your hands, and maintain safe distance. Don't think it personal or social distance. It's just a physical distance. Thank you, everybody.
I will let my
Just
to
let me
speak.
finish. Just let me finish over you. Aslam, thank you. Heartful thanks to you and your team member for such wonderful program. You have organized the program in a professional manner. We are indebted to you. Now, actually, Abhijit, I called you at that time. You were not there, so actually we are lacking time. So let us start with our MBA first year student. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So from MBA first year, I like to call Shatadru Rai to give his speech.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to deliver a speech on this National Girls Child Day.
And just a minute, just switch on your video, please. Switch on your video.
Sorry, sir.
Switch on your
Sorry, sir.
video, and I would request Anjali to conduct this meeting. Okay, Anjali, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am there.
Okay, please conduct the meeting. Please, after you have the program schedule, after Shatadru, you please announce the participant name. Okay. Okay, Shatadru.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes. Shatadru, switch on your video, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to give a speech on this National Girls Child Day.
Direct.
Good afternoon, sir. Hello.
You are
Hello, sir.
audible.
Okay, sir. Nowadays, if I look to the reports that you will find the girls are clearing the IS examination, flying aeroplanes, topping board exams. In addition, they are topping competitive exams like NEET, JEE. All this proves how important girl education is in what change it could bring the society. Who does not remember that the success of India in the Rio Olympics, where PV Sindhu, Deepak Kumar, Deepa Malik, Sakshi Malik proved that our girls can do miracle in sports too if they get an opportunity. In the Rio Olympics, the whole country was waiting for a single medal, but our boys failed. But our girls not only saves the day, but also made the whole nation proud. After which Sakshi Malik's mother extended the title "Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Beti Khilao." Some facts about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme. This may sound boring, but these facts are figured out very useful for the scheme. First of all, the government has identified 100 districts across the country where the sex ratio is too low, according to the census of 2011. In addition, the Indian Medical Association supported this motivation. Also, the condition is numerous districts